Got a Cowboys mailbag for you being filmed as part of our CeeDee Lamb extension live show, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of questions on that. From Dylan, 88 is back. Let's see how long it takes to pay 11. I am actually not that mad over Dallas not paying Micah Parsons right now because Micah's kind of made it clear he's going to wait. So that is a next off-season conversation. It could very well be $40 million per year by that time frame. I'm not going to panic over it. It's going to be a dragged out, they'll leak negative stories. There will be negative stories written. It'll be a little bit ugly, frankly. It's kind of how it always ends up going with these big-time contracts. But I think next offseason is the 11 contract conversation video. Speaking of 11, Carlitos Way, would you rather let Micah walk or let Dak and bring in Shedeur Sanders next year along with father coach? So I want to make this part very clear. Deion Sanders is my all-time favorite football player. I love the swag. I love the attitude. That he was awesome. I have zero desire to make him an NFL head coach. He might work in college. Jury's still out. He might work in college. His entire thing does not work in the NFL. The rule with an iron fist, be the recruiter guy, that can work in college. It's like it's a more extreme, chaotic version of Urban Meyer, which was a disaster in the NFL. So I do not want Deion Sanders as the Cowboys head coach. This place is already a circus. This is how you make it even more of an ugly circus. Now, as for Shedeur Sanders, I am open to having that conversation. I think he's going to have to answer some leadership questions. Guess what, folks? NFL teams don't like it when you quote tweet an old teammate and go, I don't know who you are. That's a bad look. Fair or not, it's a bad look. And also there's this part. If Shedeur Sanders ends up being worthy of that franchise caliber QB, no apostrophe S, then all of a sudden he's not going to get to you in the 20s. Like he's going to go top 10. How do you have a top 10 pick? You're going to be in the 20s most likely. You can afford both, by the way, Micah Parsons and Dak Prescott. Dallas might not choose to do that, though. So who gets paid next? M for Micah Parsons, D for Dak Prescott. P's with both last names, so can't really do that one there. It's the pinned comment on today's video. If that ad comes here on the YouTube side, that's just fine. Take advantage of it. M for Micah, D for Dak. Damian Isaiah, odds 1-10, Dak gets signed this year after this. I don't think this has changed. I really don't think the Lamb extension is what we knew it was going to look like. It's going to be the rough numbers, give or take a little bit here or there. They ended up being a bit more give because that's how it was going to go. Like, I don't think it changes your odds going into this morning should be the exact same because I think all of us thought it was going to get done. I don't know what happens with Dak Prescott. I would like to have a decision. Whatever the decision is, I can get on board with this. You want to rebuild? Fine. I can get on board with a rebuild. You want to win games now? Fine. I can get on board with a winning games now. Actually be aggressive. Might not like some of the individual moves, but I can get on board with that being the plan. Right now, the plan is still, we'll see, which I simply don't like. NJ Fresh 23 says Jerry is delusional and thinks that if he waits on every contract, that will deter future players from having leverage or setting a precedent for their holdouts. Insanity at its finest. How many times have we seen a Cowboys player ask for true top-of-the-market money? Now, he saw guys take a little bit less. Terrence Steele did it. Trayvon Diggs did it. Lyle Collins did it. But every time we've seen a player take and say, I'm not settling for less. You're going to pay me what I want, what I am worthy of getting on the open market. Tank Lawrence, Dak Prescott, about to be twice with him now, by the way. Ezekiel Elliott and CeeDee Lamb and Zach Martin. All of those times, it got ugly. Or you had to franchise tag somebody. You almost did it with Dez, too. Martin held out once for real, a second time, almost originally the first time around. It got done at the very last second. Lamb got this deal in the very last second. And every time, what the Cowboys do? They caved. They gave the years and the average per year and the guaranteed money that the player wanted. We knew what this deal was going to look like. So why the hell did it take so long? I mentioned the report on the live show from Jane Slater, right? The Cowboys were at 32.5 forever. Lamb was always asking for 34. Well, guess what? He got the 34. So why'd you wait? Why'd you drag this out? You could have gotten this deal done 48 hours, a week, 2 weeks, not almost 3 months after Justin Jefferson got paid. Why did it take so long? It is the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Today's show is made possible by Game Time. Game Time is the place for last-minute tickets to your next big event. With Game Time, you can know you're getting the best deal on your tickets. The Game Time guarantee means you're always getting the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. They've got Game Time picks now as a feature, folks. It filters out the fluff to only show you incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. So download the Game Time app today over at gametime.co. Create your account. Use code CHATSPORTS, that's CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. But again, create your account. Redeem code CHATSPORTS, ChatSports, for $20 off. Danny805C, I will mention, by the time this mailbag comes out, we will probably know what the actual salary cap hits and structure are going to be. My guess, based on previous history, other moves, etc., is that this deal's probably going to save around $9 million on the 2024 salary cap. There is a chance it comes in a little bit less. Maybe it's more like $8 million. I don't think it come in that much higher. That's assuming that they spread out that signing bonus over the course of 5 years and that they lower that base salary to the vet minimum. No guarantee of that. I would assume that's what it ends up looking like. Big thing, though, and we'll see the exact details whenever it comes out. Over the next 3 years, you're going to save $20-something million, again, estimation, give or take, as opposed to paying the fifth-year option premium and the first franchise tag and the second franchise tag. You save a significant amount of money by paying your player early because you benefit from having what in totality is 5 years, because that fifth-year option stays. It's just the new deal gets tacked on to it. Ecuador man AOG, hopefully the next good news is a new number 1 RB, not Zeke. I have my doubts. Maybe it's, Rico Dowdle gets the majority of the touches. But I fully expect week 1, snap 1, Zeke Elliott's out there at running back. Does he get the majority of the snaps? Does he get the majority of the touches? I don't know. But this team loves Zeke. We might not agree with it. I don't. He wasn't good last year for New England. He was straight up bad down the stretch. Wasn't efficient. Wasn't explosive. I don't think it's a good idea, but he's on this team. That one was never in doubt. So between now and we'll extend it to the start of the season, week 1, will the Cowboys add another active roster running back? Practice squad does not count. Y for yes, N for no in the comment section of today's show. Danny Whitney, hype Tom, but like you said, it took too long. Doesn't feel as good as I would have liked. This is in reference again to the CeeDee Lamb contract. Again, it could have been done months ago. You could have paid CeeDee Lamb so long previously. You could have paid him a year ago. I do not believe if you had gone up to Lamb and his agent and said, hey, we want to make you, 4 years, $30 million per year, actual per year, not fake like the Tyreek Hill deal. We'll make him the true highest paid wide receiver in football. If you had presented that to him in August, would they have said no to that? I don't think so. And that would have saved you money. They chose not to. And now they're still paying the cost of the premium for it. GH24, it's over for now. If it was this bad with CD, imagine Micah. Look, we know exactly how the story plays out for Micah Parsons, right? Don't we know how it plays out? We get to March, start of free agency. But Micah has not been paid. And they're doing their spiel at, we don't have any money in the banana stand to pay anybody in free agency. We got all these guys. You could pay Micah and free up big-time cap saving short term. They're not going to. We'll get to the preseason, to training camp, to mini camps. Micah's not there. And they're going to do, Micah, you said you were a leader, and yet you didn't show up because you don't have a new long-term deal. And they'll use that as a negative story. And then he'll ask for the top-of-market deal. The Cowboys will say no. Micah will say yes. And if they pay him, assuming they haven't done anything weird with that roster overall, they'll say, you know what? Fine. And they'll give him everything he asked for, except months later at a cost that was even more of a premium. If you guys have not already, make sure you are subscribed at youtube.com/CowboysTV for more free Dallas Cowboys YouTube videos.